Good morning, folks. Ann here. I just wanted to show you how I wrap this meat up that I bought at Aldi's yesterday. But in the meantime, while I'm going to be doing that, I wanted to get this pound of bacon cooked. Now, I cook the whole pound, when I make it. Because I don't like standing at the stove. It's hard for me. So I get it all cooked at once, and then I put it in. I let it cool, and I put it in a little baggie, and then I have it to munch on if I need it. Look at all that fat on this bacon. It's not, I go for the cheap stuff, but this fat, I think, fills me up quite nicely. So anyway, that's cooking, and while that's cooking, this steak that I bought, I'm gonna show you how I do this. Now, I know you all know how to wrap your food, but I just thought I might like to show it to you, and I wanted to show you what these pieces actually look like. So what I'm going to do, now, that's a piece of steak. Now that I have it out of the package, that does look a little small. Geez, I might be able to eat 2 of those. But I'm going to wrap them all separately in this cling seal. This is how I, most of the time, store my meat in my freezer so that I don't have to cook it all at once. I just wrap it like that in the cellophane, and then I just put it in a bigger bag like that. So this way I only have to take out just what I need. Here's another piece. That looks a little bit bigger, but they vary or are thin, so we'll see how it goes, if one is going to fill me up. Now, I do eat eggs and stuff with it most of the time, even with my dinner. So this, with some eggs, might not be too bad, but boy, I think it's going to take 2 of these to really fill me up. And you know what happened last night? I made 2 hamburgers, and they were not big hamburgers. And, hold on. I just flipped my bacon. I like to have this going when I'm busy doing something else and try to multitask. Not always good at it, but that's what I try to do, so I don't have to stand long periods of time at the stove. In any case, I should be wrapping 2 of these together. I don't know, maybe that fat will fill me up. Maybe this was $17 and change. And because I have those diverticulitis problems, I like smaller bites of steak because I'm afraid that my food won't digest that well if I have big chunks of meat in my stomach and my colon. So I do like smaller pieces. But yeah, no, this is nice. This is nice because, really, this is a bigger one. Because, you could pay $20 for this one piece. And I have to be honest, I don't buy that. I don't buy T-bone, this steak because this is the ribeye steak, because it's just, too expensive for me. This is a nice piece. Now that's a good size. I think that would be okay for a meal. You know, with eggs on the side. That'd be filling, I think. But even if I have to have 2 pieces for each for a meal, like for dinner or something, the ribeye steak. Even if I have to do that, let me wash my hands, folks. But even if I have to do that, now see, here you go. It's still going to give me probably 3 meals at least. So, I have to get the air out of there. So if they're all individually wrapped that way, and then I put them in one of these bags that always give me a hard time because I buy the cheaper ones. Like it's giving me the bag, it's not even going to seal. I tell you, sometimes it's worth buying the more expensive things because it's less aggravation. I think I got it. So there it is. And I can take out as many, 1 or 2 as I want, and cook it when I want to. It's going in the freezer. And then this I'm just going to put straight in the freezer because I do cook that all at once. And then on this one as well, I'm going to put that straight in the freezer and cook that in my crock pot. Somebody sent me a message and reminded me that I had to brown that first. And this big pan that I have would be perfect for doing that. Now, I don't know, should I put, I guess I should put, well, you know, when I'm cooking something, I use the bacon grease. I put it in a jar. When this gets done, I will take this out on a plate to cool. And then, that's going straight in the freezer. And then I use that. I put that, I keep that in a jar, the bacon grease. And it saves a lot of money too because you're still getting the fat. Now I know there's people that, I know there's a lot of controversy out there. And some people don't think this is the right way to eat. But, you know, we all have our own problems. Like me, with my diabetes, carbs are my enemy. Okay, so here's the hamburgers. And I'm going to do the same thing with this. Now, if these hamburgers were smaller, I would, I fix that on. You're getting to see the full view of how fat I am. I was going to show you eventually anyway. I wanted to let you know I got problems. But this is how I do this. And I'm only going to freeze 2 of these. In a small bag. If I can find the right size. I'll buy small bags. And I will defrost both of these at the same time because I like to cook. I'm gonna turn that down a little. Boy, this is really fatty. You know, some of the stuff you buy these days don't seem to have any meat on them at all. You know, and this was over $5. So it's crazy out there. You know, the poor people or the low income or middle income people, we have to buy things that are probably not the best. Okay, so that'll be 2 hamburgers that I'll thaw out at one time and cook at one time. So that's gonna be 2 meals, I think. And then I have these 2, which are gonna be cooked pretty soon. So what I'm gonna do is just put them here like this and wash my hands again. I always worry about cross-contamination here. And then I'll just put this over here. That's the end of that. And I'm going to cook this soon, either tonight or tomorrow night. And then I'll have 2 meals out of there because these hamburgers are pretty good size. Now if they were smaller, I would eat 2 of them. Like the last batch I had was very small, so I had 2 of them. In fact, last night, this is the stuff that really, the chicken is what you really gotta watch out for too. Don't want to get sick. But now I ran out of that cling wrap, so let me see what else I got here. Yeah, I'm just gonna put them in a couple of big bags. And I'm not gonna wash them right now. I'll wash them when I go to cook it. But I've been hearing stories that you don't have to wash this stuff. But I don't want to cook all of this at once. But then now there's 8 in here. So this is the chicken. And I'll just put 4 to each bag. Oh, I'm wrong. There's more than 8. Okay, so I'll put 5 in this bag. Here. And, well, I know you all know how to do this. But I got to thinking, I said, if I ever do cook something, like I told you, I'm not the greatest cook. But I thought that maybe I would if I was going to cook something, and I wanted to, you know, try out different ways of making videos for you guys. And who knows, maybe I am giving you an idea there with that double bagging. Because I don't like just one bag. You know, I like to make sure no air gets in it. And I just think that it stays better in 2 bags. And I'm not getting any freezer smell or burn or whatever they call it. So that's that. And I bought this yesterday morning, I guess after my walk, so I don't like it to leave it on the bottom of the refrigerator for too long. I like to get it up in the freezer. So now, like everybody says, I don't think chicken fills you up as much as the beef does, but I always love chicken. And I'll cook it with the skin on it. So there's one into the freezer. And here's another bag. And I don't think I'm making this anytime soon. Because I'm going up to the camp today. And I might spend the night there. So I don't want to have too much out on the bottom of my refrigerator, because I could at the last minute even stay another night if I wanted to. But I do have to bring enough food so I don't end up having a meltdown. If any of you can follow me, I was up there last week, and I had such a meltdown. I ended up buying potato chips. So I'm still at 1.5 on ketones. So I'm still in ketosis, although at a low level. I haven't had any carbs. Okay, that's that. Well, folks, I haven't had any carbs, and my house is a mess. I'm trying not to show it all to you, but today's the 4th day I haven't had any carbs, and I've been in ketosis, and I did get hungry last night. I got hungry for at about 8:45, and I usually go to bed at 10. So I thought to myself, I gotta eat something, because I like to fast from 6 to 10 the next morning. Well, I knew that if I go to bed hungry, then I'm not gonna sleep, and sleep is so important to me. So I had to get something in my stomach. So I had a little bit of the last chuck roast that I made, and I had a few pieces of that with some salt on it, and I tell you, that took any hunger pains away. And I slept good last night. But I didn't do a long fast last night because I just had to do that. I didn't want to take a chance, anything interrupting my sleep. And I know that if I'm hungry, that'll keep me awake. So anyway, I don't know if you got anything out of this video, if it was even worth making, but I wanted to try it. So, folks, you have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.